can't go back 10 times, Terry. I'm just kidding, Terry.
I resemble that remark.
You resent that, huh? Resemble that.
I resemble that.
I tried to tell Terry that the Rays, the way to hit Tanaka is move up in the box, because he doesn't have any blinding speed.
There's people coming on. Okay, I appreciate it. Hey, buddy, make sure we talk after the meeting tonight.
All right.
David, glad to have you here. Bob, nice to have you.
Hey, Rick.
I got something to tell you after the meeting.
Okay.
Which one was that? How early? Okay, no problem. We're going to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to give the picture to Lou. Antonio's mother came over and took a picture with me yesterday. I don't know why she wanted a picture with me. Her son's one is making $166,000 a month, not me. So I'm going to take that picture and then I'm going to put it on that sheet and I'm going to throw his sheet after the presentation up on the screen tonight after the presentation. And I'm going to say 10 times.
What's his name?
Antonio. If you got the new one, or if you don't, the old one will be fine. But the new one, I think the new one showed 139,000 something. The next time we do a meeting and Hutch comes here, we'll get a hotel and we'll put a couple hundred people in the room.
All right.
Hello, Troy. Nice to have you on the call, buddy.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic.
It's another day in paradise.
You got it, brother. Absolutely. Hey, Carl or Rick.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Anytime you want to come to South Carolina, you're more than welcome to come on down. Would love to meet you here, but I got to be honest with you. Why don't we just meet in the Maldives in February?
In Maldives, that'd be fine.
That sound good?
I like that a lot.
Let's do that.
I'd love to meet you there.
South Carolina is good, but the Maldives is better.
Have you ever been there?
No, but it has been my bucket list for 20 years now. And I told my wife that on my 50th birthday, we were going to be sipping some drinks on a beach in the Maldives. And I turned 50 last October. So
you got to get there. That's great. That's great.
I just figure February of 2020 is the time.
Okay. Sounds great to me, buddy.
Let's roll.
Have you found that yet?
Just fine.
The one that just came out?
Yeah.
Welcome to the call. Who is that just came on, Luke? Mm-hmm. Welcome to the call, John.
Okay.
Is John Runstone after the hold of him?
Are you on yet?
Yeah. Is that the new one, Lou? And it can't be cut off over there like you've been doing it. No, that's not it. It's the new one that's in that book that she's printing. It's got a blue background. What time's it getting to be?
22.
Still got 8 minutes. Welcome to the call. Why don't you introduce yourself, David?
John Lawrence, Miami.
That's it.
Okay.
Good. Zeb Pugliese from Kansas City, Missouri. Hey, Troy.
Hey, Zep. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you're here today. And I'm Troy Van Dyke, calling from the metropolis of Greenville, South Carolina. The famous Greenville, home of BMW USA, a lot of other cool places.
What is famous for is 12 miles from the national champion Clemson Tigers.
There you go. I see the footprint all over the place. The paw print.
When we used to play Georgia every year when I was a kid, my uncle, we'd go down to Athens, and we'd always go down there and the night before the game, and they would be kids out there painting paws on the highway on the way into Athens.
Fun stuff.
John Lynch is still on earth.
Yes, he said he was.
He said he was.
He didn't say he was.
What?
Stall for a minute.
That guy that you met today, that Gus Panantelis, he was really impressed with you. He's going to be here. He's going to be here Wednesday to meet Hutch. You ought to see the Greek church they're building here in Clearwater.
Hey, David. How's it going? Thank you. Glad to be here.
Hi there.
Hey, David.
Okay.
We've got one guy. We've got one guy coming on in a few minutes. He asked us to hang on. He's almost there.
Very low.
David, I'm
volume.
hoping to have somebody on as well. Alex.
David, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm having trouble hearing everything else. Very low. I'm actually on the phone. I have it all the way up.
Yes, he did really well. It was fantastic.
Big turnout. If somebody is new on the call, do they have to sign up for Zoom before they can join, or is it just automatic if they click the link that they join? Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, if they click the link and they're not on Zoom, it'll automatically go and download Zoom for them, and they'll connect automatically at that point.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you texting him?
Okay. Yep, working fine over here.
Mine didn't.
Annie can't get hers.
Same as last time.
Two technology geniuses over here.
Hey, Dave, I'd like to give a shout out to two Johns on the line, John Carter and John Lawrence. Welcome.
Tell him to do us great.
Okay, John Lawrence got it from George. Okay, George, I'm here.
Hey, John.
Yes, hi. Yes, I can hear you. I can see you.
David, our guy's going to be on in about 1.5 minutes.
Okay, I will.
Who's that good looking lady behind you there, David? Good to see you, sir.
Put Sandy closer to the screen, David.
Yeah, it's a camera.
David, can you see us? Okay, here's Annie. See Annie?
Hi. Thank you.
Hey, David, how's it going, brother? I'm doing super well.
Okay. Hey, guys.
Hey, there's Tim. Hello, Tim. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, Troy.
Glad to have you, brother.
I'm glad to be here. Hey, I told you I'd be here.
That's right. And then we got Alex. Welcome, Alex.
Hey, Troy. Hey, Tim. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing, Alex?
Oh, fairly
Can you
well.
see me?
It's been quite a day.
Let me turn the light on.
What? You're still saying John's on. Yeah. Okay, David, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody and we're going to start. Doing it from
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, John. David, I really do appreciate that. Folks, I want to welcome all of you to the call tonight. I want to tell y'all that I looked at Incruises 3 years ago, and David had called me up, and I met with the owner of the company. And at that time, I was doing something else, and I passed. And, you know, we all make good decisions, and sometimes we make a mistake. And probably the biggest mistake was that I didn't look at Incruises the way I should have. You know, David kept calling me, and he kept calling me month after month. And I finally decided to look at what was happening. And what really I'm really excited about today is, you know, I've been pretty successful in this industry, but what has really always bothered me is people that got involved that couldn't make any money and couldn't be a success in this industry. And me and my wife were talking earlier tonight before I left the house, and she said, you know what makes this different? And I said, what, honey? And she says, you can't hurt nobody here. The average person that gets involved in this business, the worst thing that can happen to them is they can pay $100 a month, and the company will match that 100 with another $100. And at the end of the year, they will have 2,400 cruise dollars. You know, a lot of companies will charge you a monthly fee or an auto ship. And at the end of a year, you don't have anything. See here, if you just become a member in our company, you're going to be able to take your maybe your wife or your family on a cruise and be able to cruise for, you know, less than 50%. I'm really excited because I got involved in this business on the 1st of June. And I looked this morning, I think I'm one person away from being a marketing director. So I'm really excited about what's going to happen here. So what you're going to see today is I think Incruises has carved out a niche in the travel industry that nobody else has ever done. In fact, I don't think we have any competition. It says right now we're going to learn about an innovative concept in cruise traveling. We're going to show you how you can cruise for less, cruise for free, and get paid to cruise. You know, I'm excited about that because 2 years ago, I took my whole family, 13, on the Oasis of the Seas, which is the most amazing Royal Caribbean ship that I've ever seen. That trip cost me a little over $15,000. The next time I take my family on that cruise, it's not going to cost me anything. And that's what I'm excited about here. It says right here, this is the partners that are associated with Incruises. You know, we're a member of Cruise Line International Association, but look at all those different cruise lines. If you've never been on a Disney cruise, you should go on a Disney cruise. No, it's not just for kids. It's an unbelievable ship. You know, me and my wife in September are going to go on a Mediterranean cruise, and we're excited about that. So the first thing I want to say to you, we're the only membership, what is the word? I just lost it there. We're the only invited membership. The only way you can join our company is somebody can invite you in. And, you know, I'm so thankful for David for being persistent with me. David is my sponsor. And he did what I think David did me a favor of a lifetime. I want you to look at this next page. This is Hutch, Michael Hutchinson. He's the CEO and founder of the company. That's who I met with 3 years ago, and I told no. And what I want to say to you is he worked for Tony Robbins, Vice President of Worldwide Sales. He's a successful businessman, and he makes business decisions based on him being a good business decision. Folks, if you look at this tonight and don't think this is the best $300 that you'll ever spend, something's wrong with you, because it is really unbelievable. Look at this next page. Do you picture yourself on any of these ships? I told people when I was down in Fort Lauderdale with David, and what a great training that was down there with Abel Saturday. But that ship on the top is a brand new MSC ship. You know, when I look at that, I told people all the time, I said, it looks like James Bond should be up on the top of that ship, maybe chasing a villain or something. Just look at some of these ships. Do you picture yourself there? Look at this next one. You know, I remember being on a Mediterranean cruise and see this big theater up here on the top and sitting out there beneath the stars watching a movie as we were cruising through the Mediterranean. It's just unbelievable. So what I want to say to you, we sell here is a lifestyle. Yes, I got in here because I wanted to make money, but I got in because this product stands on its own. And I think that's what's so great about it. When I hear David talk about he's gone on 4 cruises in the last 3 years, and he's never paid 1 penny to go on a cruise. Folks, if it's free, folks, it's for me. I don't know about you, but if somebody told me I could go on a cruise ship for free and eat anything that I wanted and have a wonderful time and not pay anything, I think that's a win-win situation. Now let's share why thousands of people like you have joined in cruises. I'm going to tell you why. It's not just the opportunity, it's the product. It's a lifestyle that we sell. See the world for a fraction of the cost. You know what, folks? When I grew up in my hometown in South Carolina, everybody took a vacation the week of 4th of July. You know why? Because in our town, it was a cotton mill, and everybody worked in that cotton mill. They closed down 1 week every year, the week of the 4th of July, and everybody got their vacation that week. The only problem is nobody had enough money to get out of town. If you're looking at this tonight, I know what an extra $500 or $1,000 a month does for people. And if you're looking for that, folks, there's a lot more here. But I'm telling you, I think that when I show somebody this business, and I've been a part of this industry for a long time, when I show somebody in cruise, I think I'm doing them a favor of a lifetime. Look at this, the top reasons why people love to cruise. Look at those accommodations. Look at that courtyard there on that ship. You know, I plan to not stay in an inside room. I plan to stay in a suite. And that's what this business affords to do. You know, it's one thing to go on a cruise ship and be down by the engine room, and another one to be in a suite like you see on this picture. And I'm going to tell you, when I take my wife on that Mediterranean cruise, that's the kind of room we're going to have. Look at this right here. Broadway shows nightly. Jersey Boys, Cirque Soleil, Hairspray, The Blue Men. You know, first class Hollywood productions every night. Ice skating room in some ships. You see this right here? I want to share with you right now. I've tried to paint the dream for you. Now I want to share with you the financial opportunity. I'm talking about the marketing side of our company. If you decide to join us tonight, it's $195 to become a partner, $100 to become a member. So there's a total investment, not an investment. There's a total outlay of $295. The great thing about it is, when you pay that $100 every month, when you pay that $100, folks, the company adds another $100 to it. And this makes me think about growing up as a kid. My mom worked in a cotton mill, and every year she had set up a Christmas club, and every month, every week, she'd put $15 in that so she could afford to buy Christmas presents at Christmas. The only thing is, the mill didn't give her another $15. Just think, every time you put in $100, the company's going to match that $100, and you'll have 200 cruise dollars in your back office. Now, if somebody says, oh, but you got to go on a cruise, folks, that's the only bad deal here, is you got to take your wife on an unbelievable cruise. And to me, that's a good thing, not a bad thing. So they're going to deposit $200 in your account every month. Look at this. It says $100 monthly, no contract, cancel anytime you want. And every time you put in 100, they give you 200 cruise dollars. Enroll 5 and your membership is free. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. And to me, that's powerful. Over 5,500 cruises and ports, no blackout days. Somebody said, oh, you must charge more since they're giving you $100. No, we're on par with every internet site out there. No limit on how many cruise dollars you can accumulate. David told me today, he says, my wife has 3,000 cruise dollars right now, and I have over 5,000. See, folks, what's really great here is you can only put in $100 a month, and every 100 you put in, they match. Folks, to me, that sounds like a good deal. Look at this. I want to share with you how you get started and what happens when you share this business with your best friend, and his name is David. Your first person, this company pays you instantly. So if you put David in the business, in a couple of hours, there's going to be $50 in your wallet. The second person you put in, they pay you $60. The third person, they pay you $70. The fourth person, they pay you $80. The fifth person, they paid you $90. So I want you to look at the screen. I put my first 5 people in the business. My first 2 days, I had my 5 people, and I was membership free. And let me explain to you what that means. Once you enroll 5 people personally, and they can be a member or a member partner, once you have 5 people, you can use 100% of your cruise dollars, plus that $100 membership becomes free. What that means is this. You don't have to put the 100 in, but they still, Bob Hanna, put 200 cruise dollars in your account every month. I tell people you need to strive for 5 because you want to have 5 people or 5 members. So now you don't have to pay that $100. I want to show you this next page because I draw this up because my first 3 days, I put 5 people into businesses. If you look, it says, and now my membership free. What that means is those first 5 people made me $350. And I don't have to pay the $100 monthly, and I still get 200 cruise dollars every month. At the end of the year, I will have 2,400 cruise dollars. So I just want you to look over to the right of the screen. That's me, and I put in 5 people. The first one paid me $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $350. I'm a real visual person, but you see what happened? On June the 4th, I put my 6th person into business. Now, the 6th person, they pay you $100. My 7th person, they paid me $110. My 8th person, they paid me $120, $130, and $150, right? So if you look right there, I made $350 off the first 5 people that I enrolled. I put in another 5 people. I made $610. And I want you to know, by the 14th of June, I put 10 more people in. Now, what's really exciting is, I want to go back one page. You see this on the left-hand side? It says page 150 from the 10th person on. So just look at this screen. So I put 10 more people in, and each one I got paid $150, $150, $150. That's $1,500. Folks, that's happened to me in 16 days. Now, I'm not saying you can do that because you might not believe this like I believe it. You see, I passed this by 3 years ago. And when I really caught this, I got excited. Just think, it says from the 15th of June, that was Saturday, I've got 15 days left this month. And my goal is to put in another 10 people at least. That's another $1,500, folks. What would an extra $1,500 do for you next month? I want to show you something that I really got excited about because I believe that you got to have a business that has residual income. I was in another travel company, and I built a team with 80,000 people. And you know what? The residual was $2. Folks, the residuals here is not $2. So let me explain how that works. When you join the company and you become membership free and you have 5 people and you put in 1 person who becomes membership free, that unlocks the residual income in this company. Dave tells me all the time, every time his phone dings, means $5 is coming into his back office, into his wallet. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. If I'd have got paid $5 instead of $2 on those 80,000 people a month, I don't think I'd be talking to you right now. But the bottom line is, I'm not doing this, folks, because I'm broke. I see a chance to help a lot of people win here. So just look, every month when those people pay that $100 for their membership, they're going to be getting that matched, but you're going to get paid $5. That's unbelievable. I picture myself in the next 6 months, maybe having 2,500 people in my downline. And of course, when I was growing up as a kid, I thought a downline was when a truck hit a pole, but it's not. It's the people that you share this business with. See, I've built big teams before, but I've never had a chance to build something that if people never recruited anybody, you can't put one person in this business and hurt them, because if they put their $100 in every month and the company matches that 100 with another 100 and they take their family on a cruise, it's a win-win situation. And that's what I'm excited about. John Remsen, just think, instant pay. You put somebody into business tomorrow in about 2 hours, that money's in your wallet in your back office. 2 hours. Instant pay is neat, folks. I just think about those first 5 people I put into business and I made $350. Then I put 5 more people in and I made $610. And I didn't have to wait till the end of the month to get paid. I didn't have to wait till next Friday to get paid. Instant pay, folks, is a big deal. You see this? I built a team in that other company, and I'm very appreciative of what that company paid me, but I want to share a few things with you. You see up here, when you have 30 people, let's say you put 5 people in the business, and you go do your job, help them get their first 5. That you'll have 30 people. And if you do that, just think, those 30 people every month, you're getting $5 bills, right? They also give you a $300 bonus because you're a marketing director. When you have 100 people, now you're getting $5 bills off of 100 people. That's $500 a month, and they give you a little bonus every month, $1,000. How many people on this call would tell me truthfully that an extra $1,500 a month would not change things at your house? I'll never forget it. I did a meeting in Tampa 3 years ago for that travel company, and I asked somebody, would an extra $1,000 a month change things at your house? And the guy told me, he said, no, but it would change my zip code. Look at this next thing, 250 people. Folks, this is what I believe. In the next 90 days, I'm going to personally enroll 100 people. And I'm going to go help the ones that want to win. And the other people are going to win too, because every month when they put in that $100, this company is going to match it with another $100. One more time, I believe the greatest thing about this is you can't hurt nobody here. We got an entry-level price of $295. You can't hurt nobody, folks, because if they get involved and give and put that $100 in every month, they're going to wind up at the end of the year with 2,400 cruise dollars. You see that international level? That's 1,000 people. Folks, I know what makes this thing work. What makes it work is you help somebody else get what they want, and you'll get what you want. Just look at this. If you look at 1,000 people in your team, you're making $5,000 a month residual off $5 bills. And the company pays you an extra $10,000 every month because you've built a team with 100 people. Look at that 500 number. In my previous company, when we had 500 people, they gave you $2,000 extra a month. Remember, their residual is $2, is $5 here. So if you've got 500 people, that's $2,500 in residual a month and an extra $5,000 instead of $2,000. That's 75. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. A team of 500 is nothing. And this is what you got to do, is you just got to find a few people that want to change something. Everybody's not going to see this, like I said. I'm going to put some people in this business that think it makes sense to put in 100 and get 100 given to them every month. Folks, I think that makes sense too. But the biggest thing for me is I'm a team builder. And tomorrow I'm going to do somebody a favor and I'm going to share this business with me. You know, I was in Fort Lauderdale with David at that training Saturday, and I was really, really impressed. And a lady came up to me and said, can I take a picture with you? Now, this lady is a leader in this company's mother. And I said to myself, why is this woman wanting to take a picture with me? I want to show you something on this next page. This is her son. He got into the business on July of 2016. In April, he made $805. Do you see that? In June, he made $1,565. Now, folks, that's not the fast start bonuses. That's just his residual, not the fast start. In January, of 2018, he was the regional director, and he made $4,865 that month. In February of 2018, he made $7,108. In May, he was an international director. He made $15,685. Look how it's climbed. Folks, this kid's, I say kid, I got socks older than this kid. This guy is 30 years old. The month of April in 2019, he made $139,418. I don't know if that excites you folks, but that excites me. Now, what I want to tell you is he's building the business globally all over the world. And I think the key to this business is I put a guy in the business last Thursday. His name is Scott Underwood. He lives in Orlando, and he's in a timeshare business. He put a lady in that I taught last night, and she's from Colombia. She says, you know how many people in Colombia will want to do this? See, I'm going to have an international team in Colombia, not because I knew somebody in Colombia, but I knew a guy in Orlando who worked with a girl from Colombia. See, this business is not about who you know, folks. It may be about who somebody leads you to. So if you look at this tonight, and I do want to say to you, there is no guarantee that you can make what Antonio makes. I'm sure that there was a time when he didn't think this would work. You know, I got involved in networking in 1994. And me and my wife were looking for something. I'll never forget it. I came home from my furniture store, and my wife said, I've got an answer to all of our prayers, and I've signed you up in this long distance company. I told everybody in our church that my wife was having a midlife crisis. I went to the convention for that company 40 days later, and I saw a coach, a basketball coach from Kentucky, get a check for $10,000 for the month. And I told my wife, I said, honey, if we could just make $10,000 one month, that'd be all I'd ever want. And you know what? A couple months later, I made $20,000. And I said, you know what, honey? $20,000, that's all I'd ever need. And you know, it just kept growing, and it just kept growing. I can guarantee you this, that Antonio couldn't look into the future. And if you'd have told him 2 years later that his income would be $150,000 a month, he wouldn't have believed it. All I'm telling you, folks, all this is a sorting business. If you like people, this is going to be fun for you. If you don't like people, I'd still get in this business because I think it makes sense to get somebody to match every $100 that you put in every month with another $100. So even if you don't like people, I think this is a win-win situation. I want to thank all of you for being on the call today. This is what I want to say to you, John Remsen. You put somebody in tomorrow, you get paid tomorrow. You put another person in tomorrow, you get paid again tomorrow. You know, you get paid instantly. You can't hurt nobody here, folks, for $295. If you're looking at just tonight, if you don't have $295, I think you need to find a way to get it. I don't want nobody going out to rob the 7-Eleven, but I think you need to find a way to get involved in this. Folks, I'm telling you, opportunities don't go away. They just go to somebody else. I appreciate all of you being on the call tonight. Appreciate it. God bless you. Y'all have a great week. We'll be back here tomorrow night. And by the way, Wednesday, if you're on my team, and if you're not on my team, we're going to have the CEO and the founder here with us Wednesday in Clearwater. David, one more time, I want to thank you for being persistent with me and putting me in this business. You want to wrap it up, David? Okay, buddy, I'll pick up the airport. Talk to you, David.
Great job, Rick.
Thank you. Thank you, Troy. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Take care.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.